Every day across the globe, a familiar ritual unfolds. Billions start their day with the comforting aroma and taste of coffee. Over 2 billion cups are enjoyed daily, connecting us in a shared experience. Coffee is energy, comfort, and a reason to gather. From seed to cup, it's a remarkable journey we often take for granted. Think about your daily cup of coffee. Is it as good as it could be? The perfect cup isn't an accident. It's the result of intention, knowledge, and a little science. Grind size, water temperature, and brewing method all matter. From the farm to your cup, every step shapes flavor. Learn to grind, brew, and taste like a pro. Unlock a world of flavor and experience coffee at its finest, right at home. Every remarkable cup of coffee begins as a small, bright red fruit called a cherry. Inside this cherry are the precious seeds we know as coffee beans. Coffee trees thrive in the equatorial bean belt, where climate and altitude are just right. Over months, cherries ripen from green to red, ready for harvest and the journey to your cup. Coffee mainly comes from two species, Arabica and Robusta. These beans dominate the global market, but differ in nearly every way. Arabica thrives in high-altitude, mild climates, producing complex, aromatic flavors. Robusta grows in hotter, lower regions, is heartier, and contains nearly double the caffeine. Its bold, potent taste makes it popular for instant coffee and espresso blends. Once the ripe red coffee cherries are harvested, their journey takes a critical next step: processing. This stage removes the skin, pulp, sticky mucilage, and parchment to reveal the beans inside. Processing is delicate and shapes the coffee's final flavor. Cherries must be processed quickly, as they ferment and spoil fast. Sorting removes unripe fruit and debris, ensuring only the best cherries move on. There are two primary methods used to process coffee cherries, each creating a distinctly different character in the final cup. The first is the washed or wet process. The outer skin and pulp are removed shortly after harvesting, usually with a depulping machine. The beans are then submerged in water tanks for fermentation. Natural enzymes break down the mucilage layer over 12 to 48 hours. The beans are then thoroughly washed to remove any residue. This results in a clean and bright flavor profile. The final taste is derived from the bean and its terroir. Washed coffees are known for their vibrant acidity and complex notes. This method offers a pure expression of the bean's origin. Popular in Latin America and Africa, it showcases a crisp flavor. After processing and drying, coffee beans are stable and green, with a grassy smell and dense texture. To become the aromatic beans we know, they must be roasted, a crucial transformative stage. Roasting turns green beans brown, unlocking flavor and aroma. As they heat, beans change color and expand, shedding their papery chaff. The incredible transformation that occurs during roasting is driven by a series of complex chemical reactions. The most important of these is the Maillard reaction, a process that is also responsible for the delicious browning on everything from toasted bread to seared steak. This non-enzymatic browning begins to happen when the beans reach around 150 degrees Celsius, or 300 degrees Fahrenheit. At this temperature, the sugars and amino acids naturally present within the coffee bean begin to react with each other, breaking down and reforming into hundreds of new aromatic and flavor compounds. This is the true birthplace of coffee's signature taste. The Maillard reaction is not a single event, but a cascade of smaller reactions that create a wide array of compounds, each contributing a different note to the coffee's flavor profile. Some of these compounds are fruity or floral, while others are nutty, chocolatey, or earthy. As the roast continues and the temperature rises, another related process called caramelization begins. This happens when the sugars in the beans start to break down from the heat alone, creating sweet, buttery, and nutty flavors. The interplay between the Maillard reaction and caramelization is what develops the deep, rich complexity that we associate with roasted coffee. Arabica beans are the darlings of specialty coffee, prized for their smooth body, pronounced sweetness, and complex flavors. You might taste bright citrus, delicate berries, or floral notes like jasmine, all in one cup. Their lively acidity adds structure and highlights the bean's origin. With less caffeine than Robusta, Arabica lets delicate flavors shine, making every sip dynamic and engaging. Beyond Arabica and Robusta lies the world of single-origin coffees. Single origin means coffee from a specific geographic location. This traceability is crucial as coffee beans are influenced by their environment. The unique combination of soil, altitude, climate, and processing methods imparts a distinct flavor profile. Drinking single-origin coffee is like a sensory journey. Ethiopian coffees, for example, are known for diverse flavors. A naturally processed Yirgacheffe coffee might have intense blueberry notes. A washed coffee from the same region could present tea-like notes of lemon. Guatemalan coffees often exhibit a rich, chocolatey body with hints of toffee. Each origin tells its own unique story through taste. Professionals use a sensory evaluation technique called cupping. It's a formal ritual to assess coffee's quality and flavor. Multiple coffee samples are ground and placed in small bowls. Participants inhale and analyze the dry ground's fragrance. Hot water is poured over the grounds, steeping for 4 minutes. A crust forms on the surface, which is then broken with a spoon. This releases a burst of aromas for a second evaluation. The wet aroma often reveals deeper notes than the dry fragrance. This step builds a complete sensory picture of the coffee. Cupping is essential for understanding a coffee's full profile. After selecting your beans, the next step is grinding. Grind size is critical for influencing the final taste. The size of coffee grounds dictates water interaction, known as extraction. Hot water dissolves flavorful oils and compounds in the beans. The surface area of the grounds determines extraction efficiency. A finer grind creates more surface area, leading to faster extraction. A coarser grind results in slower extraction. Each brewing method has an ideal grind size. A French press requires a coarse grind for balanced extraction. Fine grinds in a French press lead to over-extraction and bitterness. Coarse particles ensure a rich brew over extended steeping. Achieving the right grind size requires the right equipment. Home users can choose between blade grinders and burr grinders. Blade grinders are common and inexpensive but lack control over particle size. They create a mix of fine dust and large chunks. This lack of uniformity leads to over-extraction and under-extraction. The resulting brew tastes bitter and sour. High-speed friction generates heat, altering the coffee's flavor. Burr grinders, on the other hand, offer precise control. They produce uniform particles for a balanced extraction. Burr grinders ensure a clean-tasting cup of coffee. With perfectly ground beans, it's time to brew. Brewing is where water and coffee meet, unlocking potential. There are various brewing methods, each offering unique flavor extraction. From French press to pour-over, each method tells a different story. The brewing method shapes the final character of your coffee. Immersion brewers steep grounds in water for a set period. Pour-over methods pass water through a bed of coffee. Understanding these differences is key to mastering extraction. Consistently brewing coffee you love starts with the right method. Manual brewing has two philosophies, immersion and pour-over. Immersion brewing mixes all grounds with water at once. The French press is a classic example. Grounds and water coexist, extracting flavor over several minutes. This results in even and consistent extraction. The final cup is heavy-bodied, rich, and complex. Immersion brewing is forgiving and repeatable. It requires less technique in the pouring process. Primary variables are grind size and steep time. It's an excellent starting point for manual brewing. AeroPress and Clever Dripper are other immersion brewers. They use paper filters for a cleaner cup. Steeping grounds ensures balanced extraction. Success in brewing hinges on time, temperature, and turbulence. These elements determine final extraction. Brewing time is how long water contacts coffee grounds. It's related to grind size. Longer brew time needs a coarser grind. Shorter brew time needs a finer grind. Water temperature is crucial. Ideal range is 90 to 96 degrees Celsius. 195 to 205 degrees Fahrenheit. Hot enough to dissolve flavors without scorching grounds. Too cool water results in under-extraction. Temperature control is key for optimal brewing. The journey to the perfect cup is personal. The perfect cup is the one that tastes perfect to you. Experimentation is key to home brewing. Use knowledge of grind size, methods, and key variables. Don't be afraid to play with parameters. Change one variable at a time. This helps understand its impact on taste. Try brewing 3 cups with different water temperatures. Notice the differences in taste. Lower temperature might bring out sweetness. Higher temperature might enhance acidity. Experimentation builds your palate and intuition. Water quality is crucial in coffee brewing. A typical cup is over 98% water. Poor quality water compromises the final taste. Tap water contains dissolved minerals and chemicals. Chlorine can create unpleasant off flavors. Hard water leads to over-extraction and dull taste. Distilled water results in flat, lifeless coffee. Some mineral content is necessary for flavor extraction. Use filtered water for the best results. Water quality impacts the potential of your coffee. Don't overlook this essential ingredient. Modern technology enhances coffee brewing. Innovative tools give home brewers precision and control. Smart devices empower users to execute recipes consistently. Smart coffee makers and high-tech kettles transform kitchens. They offer customization once exclusive to professional baristas. Smart brewers control every variable in the process. Set water temperature, bloom time, and flow rate. Some machines meet rigorous standards for superior extraction. Technology makes the perfect cup more accessible. Tasting coffee is an art form. Engage all your senses to decode the coffee's story. The journey begins with the aroma. Inhale deeply before the first sip. Identify scents like caramel, chocolate, or citrus. This sets the stage for the flavors to follow. Let the coffee wash over your tongue. Professionals use a loud slurp to aerate the coffee. Consider the flavor as it coats your mouth. Identify specific notes like berries or chocolate. Use descriptive language to pinpoint flavors. Instead of just fruity, specify the type of fruit. Learning to name flavors sharpens your tasting skills. Enjoy the complexity in your mug. Just as wine can be paired with food to elevate a meal, coffee can be matched with complementary flavors for a richer experience. The right pairing unlocks new dimensions in both coffee and food, creating harmony where each enhances the other. Try matching a chocolatey coffee with a brownie or croissant, or a nutty coffee with buttery pastries or roasted almonds. Pairing coffee and food turns your daily cup into a delightful culinary event. Our exploration of coffee has taken us on an incredible journey. We have traveled from the high-altitude farms where coffee cherries ripen in the sun, all the way to the final magical moment of the first sip from your cup. We have unraveled the science behind processing, roasting, grinding, and brewing. You now hold the knowledge to transform your daily coffee from a simple habit into a rewarding and delicious ritual. You understand that the perfect cup is not a myth reserved for experts, but an achievable goal built on a foundation of scientific principles. It is a quest of discovery, experimentation, and personal delight. The path to your perfect cup is uniquely your own. It is a personal adventure filled with opportunities to explore and refine your tastes. Perhaps you will discover a love for the bright, tea-like clarity of a washed Ethiopian coffee prepared with a V60 pour-over. Or maybe you will find your bliss in the rich, heavy body of a dark-roasted Sumatran bean brewed in a French press. The science provides the roadmap, but your palate is the compass. Every variable, from the bean's origin to the water's temperature, is a lever you can pull to craft a beverage that is perfectly tailored to your preferences. Beyond your personal journey, coffee's story continues across continents, woven into the fabric of ancient traditions. Now, let's travel eastward and southward to experience two of the world's most captivating coffee cultures, Turkish coffee and Moroccan coffee. In Turkey, coffee is not merely a beverage, it's an art and a ceremony. Finely ground coffee, almost powder-like, is blended with cold water and sugar, sometimes with a hint of cardamom, inside a small copper pot called a cezve. This mixture is slowly heated over low flame, never stirred once it starts to foam. The magic lies in the anticipation. As the coffee rises, it forms a delicate, creamy froth, an essential sign of quality. Turkish coffee is poured unfiltered into small, elegant cups, grounds and all. Here, sipping is slow and conversation is unhurried. Often, the ritual concludes with fortune-telling patterns and the leftover grounds are read, revealing stories and secrets. Journey west to Morocco, where coffee is a vibrant mosaic of flavors and hospitality. Moroccan coffee, or kahwa, is often brewed with an array of warming spices: cinnamon, nutmeg, black pepper, and sometimes cloves. The coffee is simmered together with the spices, creating a fragrant, spiced brew. It's served in small glasses, sometimes sweetened generously with sugar, and always accompanied by warm welcomes and lively conversation. In Morocco, coffee is a symbol of generosity and friendship, a drink to be shared, not rushed. Both Turkish and Moroccan coffee are more than methods of preparation. They are windows into rich histories, cherished rituals, and the enduring power of hospitality. Each cup tells a story, inviting you to pause, connect, and savor traditions passed down through generations. It is a powerful cultural force, a universal language that connects people across continents and cultures. This simple beverage has woven itself into the fabric of our global society, creating shared rituals and fostering community in countless ways. Coffee is more than just a drink. It is a catalyst for connection. It is the reason for a catch-up with an old friend, the centerpiece of a business meeting, and the warm welcome offered to a guest in a home. Think of the vibrant coffee cultures around the world. Picture the elegant espresso bars of Italy, where locals stand for a quick, potent shot before continuing their day. Imagine the cozy cafes of Paris, where philosophers and artists have gathered for centuries over a. Travel to the bustling street food trucks of Seoul, where iced Americanos are a staple of city life, or to the vibrant markets of Mexico City, where coffee is brewed with cinnamon and piloncillo sugar. From Melbourne's artisan shops to Ethiopia's traditional coffee ceremonies, this single beverage brings us all together in a shared,